with cooling down. Now, I gotta give you a little background on this too, because this is from Cool Living. It is the smartest way to cool whatever space you have, whether it's that bedroom in the back of the house that's always so smoking hot in the summer. Maybe you don't have air conditioning and like, oh my gosh, I'm so over hot, sticky summer nights. Or maybe it's in your living room. Maybe you need it to support your current air conditioning system. This is what you wanna go for. But here's what happened. We actually had this as the today's special and it's sold out. We have our final quantities for the whole season available right during this hour. Not all summer, not for the next 2 weeks, but literally this hour. So if you want to get $100 off an awesome unit that people love, then this is the moment to do it. Here's what's brilliant about it. It's because it's not like a traditional air conditioning unit that's heavy and bulky and you shove it in the window and it looks ugly, and you certainly can't move that from room to room. This one, wherever you need that cooling, wherever you need to be cold, you can move to room to make that happen. We got a lot of details to get into. Just FYI, every time we've aired this today, we're selling between 500 and 600. I have a little over 600 left. This is probably gonna be your very last chance at it. Okay, let's look at the temps that are happening right now. Look at that, you guys. Savannah, what are we, 86? Oh, I gotta tell you, this is crazy. I'm from Ohio and I was talking to my brother yesterday. It's getting to the 90s. It was 75 here. I go, Chip, it's actually cooler in Florida than it is in Ohio. And he's like, yeah, it's hot. And you can see hot everywhere and it's only gonna get hotter. What a great time to pick this up. All right, Mr. Kerry McNally's joining me. Kerry, we do not have a lot of these left, but I know this has got a great story and a great history behind it. So why don't you share that with us, if you will?
Absolutely, Suzanne. Great to see you. As always, great to see you guys. TGIF, right? Thank goodness it's freezing in here because it's going to be, according to all the experts, the hottest summer on record this summer here. And a lot of us are going to be spending a lot of time here at home. So this is the ultimate 3-in-1 because it is a world-class air conditioner. It will make it as cold as 61 degrees wherever you want it to be, 61 degrees in your home if you want it to be. But it's also a fan, 3-speed fan, and it's also an evaporative dehumidifier. So it will take the moisture right out of the air the second you turn it on. So if you want to put it in a man cave, you want to put it down in a musty basement, you want to put it out in the garage to tinker, it will take care of all that moisture in the air and it will bring that temperature down. So this is the unit right here. We call ours, since we have a 14-year-old and a 9-year-old boy in the house, my stepsons Carter and Spencer, we call this R2. This is our R2 unit. It moves around wherever you want it to go. All you have to do is be near a window or a sliding glass door. And this is how easy it is to put it together. You're gonna get a couple of pieces in the box with it. You're gonna get the exhaust hose. If that looks familiar, the back of a dryer, it's exactly the same thing. You're gonna screw the exhaust hose into the actual plastic mounting. That's gonna screw onto the back of the air conditioning unit. And then you're gonna screw the exhaust hose into your windowsill piece. Then you're gonna set it in the windowsill just like that. You're gonna attach that to the unit, and then you're gonna slide it open to custom adjust to the exact width of your window that you want. Now, the beauty of this unit too is that it will work with up and down windows, just as we have there in the studio with you, Suzanne, or as we have here in the McNally house, we've got side-to-side windows. So our window goes from left to right. And look what we were able to do. We were able to install this in this window, goes all the way to the top. No bugs are getting in. The exhaust, the hot air is going out. The cool air is coming in. And we also have included for you a security bracket so that when you have it installed, the window is still locked if you want it to be. And there you go. You're good to go. So ceiling, you can do it a sliding glass door. You can do it up, down, or left, or right. That's how easy it is. You can have it installed in 5 minutes. No stranger has to come. We're going to deliver it to your front door. No contact. And if you come over here, I'll walk you through the dashboard, which is the same as the remote, which you're going to get as well. Here's your power. Here's Turbo Cool. I like this feature. It's analogous to turning your car on and firing up the air conditioner if you've been, in the supermarket and the car's been sitting in a hot parking lot. High, medium, low fan speeds. 61 degrees on turbo. You hit that, it goes right to 61 for 10 minutes, and then it will adjust to whichever setting you've set it on. Here's your cool, that's the snowflake. Fan and or they're dry. That's the evaporative dehumidifier, and here's your 24-hour timer. You can set this to turn on or turn off whenever you want, and you can do it with the remote. You're in total control. The other beauty of this, and we mentioned this in the wintertime when we talk about zone heating, when you zone cool, you can leave the entire house at, let's say, 80, 75, 80, put this in the room that you really want to cool down, whether it's the kitchen living room area or it's your bedroom, and you can have it exactly at the temperature you want. And to give you an idea how powerful this is, at 10,000 BTUs, this is our downstairs here at the McNally house. This is an 11-foot ceiling. It's 25 by 50. That's the kitchen where I am most of the time with 2 boys home from school full time. This room, we can take this room down to 65 degrees if we want to, because this baby packs a wallop. When you turn it on, it's like an Arctic breeze that hits you. So 500 plus square feet or more is right there in the palm of your hand. And just quickly, just to show you, here's the exterior of the unit right here, 69 degrees. Now watch what happens when we take this infrared thermometer down into the unit. 43 degrees is where the air is coming out of here. And look at it dropping precipitously down to 37, 36, 35. It'll go down well below freezing. This temperature is freezing or better coming out of here. And that's the beauty of the Cool Living portable AC unit, Suzanne.
Okay, you know what always happens too? It's notorious. All of a sudden you'll get to this really hot streak of weather and everybody runs to the hardware store, and by the time you get there, there's nothing on the shelves, and then you buy one that's dented for however high the price is because no one's getting a good night's sleep and everybody's miserable and everybody's hot. Don't do that. When you order this from us, it comes right to your door, no worries. You can put it in any room you would like to cool down. And here's my analogy that I love to use is, you know, when you go to cook a meal, if you're just gonna put a pot on one part of the stove, you're not gonna open up all 4 burners. You're not gonna turn on all 4 burners. Why in the world are you keeping your air conditioning on all day long in your entire house just when you come in at 5 or 6 o'clock, that one room is cool? Let this do its work. Raise that temp up in the rest of the house, save money on electricity, and time this so that when you walk through the door, your space is nice and chilly cold. Or it may be, hey, you know what, I'm okay during the day, but at night, oh my gosh, I can't sleep at all. Then roll this into the bedroom when it comes to the evening or at night and cool down your room so it's nice and chilly. The other thing I love that I know you can't show right now, Carrie, but I'm going to, is the backside. To me, this is my favorite shot because I don't know if you've ever had a window unit. They're ugly, they're bulky, and they certainly aren't portable. And they stick way out, and they dirty your wall, and they look hideous. They just look bad. They get all rusted. Look at this, look what happens. This is actually running right now. It's doing its job, and yet the screen's down. You cannot see it. There's nothing bulky sticking out. And Carrie, that's another reason why so many people love this unit, is simply because it doesn't uglify the house.
Right, I love that word, uglify. Sure, absolutely not. We're proud of our home, and we work really hard to maintain it. We got the boys chipping in as far as chores are concerned. And look at the distance here. This is from Mother's Day. This thing is about 15 feet away, and it's blowing around the room. This is a really big space, and wherever you put it, you'll have it at the exact temperature that you want and you deserve, right? Shannon was talking about how the air conditioning went down in her townhome. The guys got there and they said it's gonna be 3 days. Well, if you have this as a backup, you're fine. You're like, no problem. Otherwise, you're gonna probably go to a hotel, right? And you don't wanna do that these days.
True.
This thing will cover the price of a hotel stay for 2 or 3 nights. I also love the idea that my wife, my beautiful and brilliant Kara, she wants it to be 69 degrees when she sleeps. And she'll say, you know, studies tell you that the cooler you are, the better you sleep. She wants it to be 69. Well, we're not going to take this whole house and take it down to 69. We like it at around 75. Well, guess where this is when it's not downstairs on HSN? It's in our bedroom. And in fact, when the boys aren't here, if they're with their dad, we can take this thing up to 80 and still have it 69 degrees in our room. That's the beauty of it. And as I said before, it's so simple and easy to install. You don't have to hire anybody to do this. You guys can do this. You're going to screw the exhaust into the bracket. Then you're going to screw the actual exhaust hose into the mounting bracket. Then you're just going to hang this in the window, attach this to the back of the unit, and that's it. That's how simple and easy this all is. And once it's in place, you're good to go. You can still move it, you can still angle it, and you can do it all with the remote. If you were here, you'd be like, can I please have a sweater or a blanket? Because I feel like I should open up a butcher shop because it's that cold in this big of a space. And it's not because we have the house AC. The house AC is probably around 75 right now, but it's a balmy 65 degrees in this room right now. And that's typically the way it is in studios, in television, because there are so many lights. We just have the 2 lights here.
Right.
But I know that you're going to love it. This was an opportunity buy. It was a clearance thing. We made this deal with HSN last year, and our phone keeps ringing off the hook at Cool Living. Can you get us more ACs? Well, we can't, because as you guys all know, we all know this, 3 months ago, the world shut down. Right. Factories closed. Shipping lanes ended. So most of the air conditioners that were going to be in the marketplace in May and June won't be arriving until the end of August. Right. Here's your chance to grab a great air conditioner that's also an evaporative dehumidifier and a fan all in one.
And by the way, my hands are freezing. I had them in my pockets trying to warm them up because I'm standing beside this one, and we have it set at 77 degrees, and I'm literally freezing cold. That's kind of what's great about it. Beyond all the other great features, it's just you want to have a comfortable summer. You know what? There's nothing worse than trying to sleep in a hot, sticky bed on a hot, sticky night. There's nothing worse than sitting in the living room and going, man, we're miserable. Or you have some rickety old fan kind of blowing on you. You're like, this is just not doing it. Another problem a lot of people have is they have air conditioning units that are underrated for the size of their house. How many of you have that guest room in the back of the house that's too hot, the workout space? Maybe it's a kid's bedroom. Maybe it's your bedroom at the back of the house and your air conditioning just doesn't reach it. You will love it for that. We have a ton of people who literally live in a studio or a 1-bedroom, and this is all they use to cool their entire space. That is amazing. That's the kind of power you're getting. Now, why tonight? Well, we have the lowest price we've ever offered. This is the best deal we've ever offered on the unit. It's easy to install. Anybody can do it. You can live by yourself and do it. It's not hard. We love the fact that it rolls and it's portable. So if you come home at night, you leave this in your living room, you walk in the door and you go, oh, my living room's so nice and cool. Hey, time to go to bed. You just roll it into your bedroom, and guess what? You have that really deep, restful sleep because you're actually chilly when you're sleeping. It's awesome for that. Maybe you have a sunroom you never use because it's so smoking hot all summer long. Put it in there. As Carrie mentioned, maybe it is that musky basement. Remember, it's going to dry the air as well, which that alone actually reduces the temperature feel in your home, just getting that humidity out of your environment. Great time to get it. We got 5 minutes to go. We only have a couple hundred left before it's totally sold out. And as Carrie said, man, that's it for the season. So if you're thinking about it, you want to grab it tonight before it is gone. Carrie, I know you have a couple more demos.
Yeah, and the big part of dehumidifiers, and Shannon and I were talking about this in the prior presentation, is that those dehumidifiers end up with what? Buckets of water that you have to throw out or throw in the sink, right? That's not the case here. This is a patented evaporative dehumidifier, right? So it's eliminating and getting rid of that air. It does develop a little bit of water. There is an internal little tank, and a light will go on when it tells you it's time to empty it. There's a little screw in the back. You put a little ball in the water on the ground, and you just open it up, and then you close it. So it's not high maintenance at all, and it's a true dehumidifier, a true air conditioner, and a 3-speed fan as well. For the price, I think it's a phenomenal value, but I like this brand a lot. All Cool Living does is they make air conditioners. It's not like it's a big brand, an umbrella brand that they make a lot of different things. This is what they do, and this is all they do, and the phone's been ringing off the hook. Air conditioning companies, right? Repair companies, they want these units. Why? Because they get to the house and they say, this is going to take 3 or 4 days to fix. We've got to get parts. Let us give you this. It's almost like a loaner from the car dealership. Let's give you this for the 2 or 3 days. We'll come back. We'll take this with us when we go. And then they do. When they go, no, don't take this. Leave this. Thank you for fixing the whole air conditioner. We'd like to hang on to this, frankly. And we lovingly call it R2 because, again, we've got a 14-year-old and a 9-year-old in the house. But I love how simple and easy it is to assemble. You guys can totally do this. You can install this without having to pay somebody or have a stranger in your house. You guys can totally do it. I love the fact that the directions are very simple. The dashboard is easy to learn how to do. You don't even have to put your readers on. The remote is easy to operate, and it has that 24-hour programmable mode for you. So if you say, all right, I'm in bed every night at 10 p.m., I want to be asleep by 11, have it fire up at 9:30. And then conversely, if you get up every morning at 7 a.m., have it shut off at 7:30. And if you experiment with zone cooling, put the apartment, the home, the condo, the co-op way up at like 80. Put this in your bedroom. Crank it down to 69. Watch what happens. You're going to save a small fortune. This will pay for itself in no time.
Well, something else I love is, you know, you're coming home and let's say you're out and maybe you work outside all day and it's really hot. There's no reason to have your air conditioning cranked up all day long so that when you walk in your house, you go, oh, it's so nice and cool in here. Just set this and forget about it. So leave your air conditioning up, you know, make it a little warmer in your house, in your environment. Leave this and set it to go on maybe an hour before you walk in the door from work. And then you still walk in and get that refreshing feeling, but you haven't had your AC cranking over the entire house just to make sure you have that experience every day. It's such a simple solution. And please remember, our lowest price ever, we're down to the last couple of hundred, and then this is sold out for the whole season. And Carrie, you brought up a great point, because my husband and I have been shopping for a couple of things, and every time we've been somewhere to look for something, they're like, sorry, we're out of it because we couldn't get, they stopped manufacturing, and we just had that happen the other day to us. We couldn't find a brand, a specific something we wanted, and they said, sorry, we closed down the factory, we're just not making any. And that's gonna happen more and more.
Yeah, it's that new expression that we have to get used to. It's the new normal, right? We're so used to here in the United States of, you know, instant gratification. I want that, I need that, I want it here in a couple of days. The reality is that the air conditioners that were supposed to be in the marketplace in April, May, and June are still either on the water or they're just not here yet, or they haven't even been made. So they're going to arrive at the end of August. So I hope you take advantage of it. It's simple and easy to set up. It is really remarkably cold if you want it to be cold. But if you give this as a gift, it'd be a build to, ship to, send this to a loved one. It's the gift that truly keeps on giving, because we all know people that we really love that are either on a fixed income or really are always hot, right? This is a great gift. Or keep this in the home for when you have guests, when things open back up again and people are coming to stay over, you can keep that in their room. They can be exactly the temperature that they want to be.
Great idea. All right, Carrie, thanks. Got to say goodbye to you. I want to point out
Suzanne.
our FlexPay. Any major credit card or PayPal, you're going to spread your payments out over 3 months, but it comes right away, so use that option if you can. Also, if you have our HSN card, whip it out right now, because you're going to get a 4th FlexPay on this unit. If you don't have our card, you can go to hsn.com. You can apply, and we're going to give you $10 to spend on us on the very first item that you purchase using your card. All right, so stay right there. I'll keep you updated throughout the hour of how many we have